Hello and welcome to Smith TV, where we teach you how to achieve complete MLM automation with your online business. This is Cameron Smith coming to you from my apartment out here in Orem, Utah. And I'm excited to share something with you today about how Aaron and I finally achieved a profit in our business. It was a long road, It took us about 6 or 8 months, about 8 months I think, before we finally were able to make any sort of profit with our business. And first, let me give you a little background story, and you can see how miserably we failed when we first joined MLM. It was July of 2009. Erin and I were recently engaged. I proposed to her actually in June of that year. So her dad called us up and said, "Hey, come up to my house. I got something I want to show you." And we're like, "All right." We went up there and he showed us an MLM company, got us on a conference call, and we got so excited about find two, who find two, and find two, and then retire, you're rich. So we joined, but we never even really tried to recruit anybody. I think I talked to a few friends, but half-heartedly. Our main plan was that we were going to have the people above us were going to recruit and put people beneath us. That was our whole plan, and obviously that didn't work. And then between about August and then February of 2010, we joined 5 different companies. We joined a travel company, an energy drink company, an educational software company, and a few others that really we failed at. I don't think it was necessarily the company's fault. It was mostly us, because we just didn't know what we were doing. We had learned, bits and pieces of marketing, but we're never really consistent with anything and never really understood the process of how to get people to know, like, and trust us and get them to sign up. But everything changed in February of 2010. That was actually the month where 3 things happened to us, or we did 3 things, and then I think March was our first month that we were ever in profit. So let me tell you what these 3 things were that helped us to finally make a profit, and hopefully we can help you be able to make a profit, because I know that most MLMers are kind of in that spot where they know a little bit of marketing, but aren't necessarily making a profit yet. Number 1 is we read Magnetic Sponsoring by Mike Dillard. You've probably heard of this. In fact, there's a good chance a lot of you watching this already own this book. Let me tell you how it changed our business. Basically, it puts the pieces of the puzzle together for you. When I read this book, I pulled out a pencil and a piece of paper, and I wrote down from start to finish and the entire marketing funnel, the entire process for how I was going to generate traffic, turn them into a lead, sell them stuff, and have them join my MLM. And Magnetic Sponsoring taught me how to do each and every one of those steps and how to do them effectively. And that marketing funnel that I designed that day, that I put together, it's really basically the same marketing funnel that we still use, and it's the same basic marketing funnel that all successful MLMers use. So if you haven't read Magnetic Sponsoring, you probably need to go get it. To me, it's the foundation for all of MLM. Let's see, and then the next is we bought Miley System Pro. So I was really excited after reading Magnetic Sponsoring about how I was going to put together our business, but I didn't know how to build websites. I didn't really know how to write emails. I didn't know how to market to get the traffic to my funnel in the first place, and I really couldn't afford to pay anyone else to do that for me. But what MLSP does is they give you all of that. They teach you how to generate the traffic. They give you websites, they give you emails, they give you those sales pages, and basically sell stuff for you. All you have to do is put people in on the front end, and they teach you how to do that. And then their system and everything sells people on affiliate stuff and on your MLM. So it's obviously, to me, it's a perfect companion to Magnetic Sponsoring. Magnetic Sponsoring lets you understand what the tools in Miley System Pro can do for you, if that makes sense. In fact, when you buy Miley System Pro, the first step they tell you to do is go buy Magnetic Sponsoring. And of course, it gave me stuff to sell other than my MLM. At first, if you're a newbie, sometimes selling your MLM right off is kind of hard. But I was able to sell Miley System Pro to other people, and it actually sells Magnetic Sponsoring for you on autopilot and several other things. So I was able to start making some money before I even had people joining my MLM. So those first two steps are really important, but then this third step is one that a lot of people dismiss or don't think about at all. And it's Aaron and I made our daily to-do list. I remember a while ago I was reading, I think it was an email by Mike Dillard, and he said the title of it was that one tool, it was something like one tool that helped me earn eight figures per year. And I was thinking, there's some magic tool out there that can make you earn 8 figures, $10 million plus per year. So I clicked on it, and he said that the one tool that helped him to earn 10 figures per year was Notepad. That's just this stupid little text editor. What he would do is every night before he went to bed, he thought about the next day, what he needed to do. And he would come out and be like, okay, number one tomorrow is I need to write an email, promoting my webinar or something. The number two would be put together content for my webinar. That kind of thing. Basically just, he came up with a list of all the nuts and bolts that he had to get done that next day, and that was the first thing he would do the next day. Now imagine if you are able to complete a list of productive activities every day, think how fast your business would grow. I remember when I first started, I would have days where I would spend 6 to 8 hours and literally get nothing done. And obviously that's not going to build your business. So before I really get into how to put together a great to-do list and how to be successful with it, let me show you our first to-do list that we ever came up with. This is the one we came up with back then in February of 2010 that helped us make a profit starting in March and every month since then. First, we would write a blog post. Number two, we would use what's called Article Marketing Robot and spin and blast that article, that blog post, all across the internet. If you don't know what, spinning and blasting is, that's okay. Basically means that it sends out your blog post to thousands of different websites across the internet, so that people can find your article in tons of different places across the internet and be able to come back and find their way to your blog. Number three, submit to Unified Tribe or Tribe Pro. I used to use Unified Tribe. That's the one we used back then. Now we use Tribe Pro. It's basically they submit your articles to tons and tons of different social media sites. And then number four, we would post on Facebook groups. We don't do this one anymore because the Facebook groups, I don't like them very much anymore. But that was actually one thing that was very effective for us. Number five, we would send an email out to our list saying, hey look, we just wrote this new blog post, it's about this and this, here's how it's going to help you, check it out. Number six is that the leads that we generate on our blog, we would head out over to Facebook and try to find those leads on our blog, or those leads from our blog on Facebook, and then connect with them there and try to sell them stuff. So obviously our to-do list is a little different now, but this is the one that we use for about a year, and we did it at least 5 days and many times 6 days per week, and it would take us about 2 to 3 hours every single day. So, but let me show you what constitutes a great to-do list. Number one is it has to center around one main marketing strategy. There are people that try to do 4 or 5 different marketing strategies at once, but it's impossible to carve out a big enough market and a big enough space for you when there's people that spend all their time working just on Facebook or working just with YouTube. You can't compete with those people if you're spread out thin over everything. So as you can see on mine, this was write a blog post, and then number 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all about getting people to read that blog post. And number 6 is those people who go to our blog and opt in, then we're trying to sell them on our MLM or other affiliate stuff. So you can see we were centered on one marketing strategy. And then our second one here is what Aaron and I have always called our meat and potatoes. Your list has to include only activities that directly lead to more traffic, more leads, and more sales. Every other activity can wait. Those 3 activities, if you focus on building traffic, getting leads, and getting sales, will actually literally build your business every single day. And then here, ask yourself, if I do this, my list, if I do my list every day for 6 months, will I have a substantial business? Now think about it. Going back to our list, if you write a blog post, have it submitted to thousands of places every single day, and then you're trying to sell to those leads, Do you think that we had a substantial business after 6 months or a year? Absolutely. After about 6 months, our blog was about 5,000 visitors every single day. And that was starting at zero, absolutely nothing. And we didn't spend any money on advertising. Next is that it has to be achievable every day. It takes 2 to 3 hours. If you come up with a list that will take you 10 hours every single day and you say, yes, this is what's gonna, we're gonna be successful with this, that's gonna be hard to maintain every day. Things happen, your time gets cut short, and you also need to spend time on other things like training, and sometimes you gotta fix websites and fix bugs and problems, and you do have to have a little bit of time for that. But here's the biggest key, the most important, that if you don't follow this, any to-do list you do will not work. Is you do your list first, then move on to other stuff like training, trying out other marketing techniques, reading other blogs, tweaking websites, answering email, talking to people on Skype. Those are all things that you do second, because if you don't do your list first, then you'll do what Aaron likes to call Google your life away. You'll end up spending time on Google or in your Gmail, and you're just looking for the new, latest and greatest, trying to keep up on the news of what's going on in the MLM, and before you know it, your day is mostly gone and you haven't accomplished a dang thing. So here is what I want you to do. As soon as this video is over, pull out a pen and paper. I'm serious about this. This is your homework. This is your business. This is your life. This is your future freedom. Your money freedom, your time freedom. It may seem like a simple step, but I promise you this was the biggest step, along with Magnetic sponsoring and Miley Assistant Pro, to us making a profit. And listening to Mike Dillard, who makes 8 figures a year, that he did this exact same thing. He did something just as simple as making a to-do list, and that helped him build his business from scratch up to being super wealthy. So here's what you do. Pull out your pen and paper. I want you to come up with your to-do list. First, think about your one-man marketing strategy. Do you like working with Facebook fan pages? Do you like shooting videos? Do you want to work with YouTube? Do you want to write, write out long articles, long blog posts, like we used to do, like our list is? And then I want you to come up with everything that you need to do along with that marketing strategy to make it work. Basically, like our main marketing strategy is write a blog post, and then our next 4 steps are getting people to read that blog post. Or if you're doing videos, how you can get people to check out those videos. Or if you're going to do a fan page or something, how are you going to get people to check out your fan page? If you're going to do Facebook pay-per-click, how are you going to, what are you going to target? Should you build an ad every single day? Do you need to build a new website every day, for different funnels you're doing, or what is it you need to do? And then start doing it every single day. Give yourself 6 months, and don't change. Don't bail on your strategy after a few weeks because you're not rich yet. Stick with it for 6 months, and you will have a substantial business, I guarantee it. And this is MLM automation at its finest. Even though, this is kind of like that first step. You have to work hard now. And working incredibly efficient is a form of being automated. You wake up every day, and you spend 2 or 3 hours on your list. That's being efficient. That's automating your business and automating your activities that you have to do. And then eventually, like with our list, we kind of went away from doing this, but nowadays, if we don't even touch our blog for a month, we get about 8,000 visitors in that month. If we are working on our blog, we get about 11 to 12,000 visitors per month. So that 8,000 visitors is basically automated every month because I did our to-do list. Aaron and I work together to do our to-do list every single day. So hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you can come up with an actionable plan for building your business. And thanks for checking out this video. I hope you liked it. If you found some use in it, leave us a comment below. Tell us about your to-do list. If you're not sure if your to-do list is good enough or if it's right, come talk to us. Leave us a comment. Send us an email. We want to help you. And we want to make sure that that you're on the right track. So thanks for checking us out. We're over on whoisaaronsmith.com. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a new episode of Smith TV. So we hope to see you and hope to do business with you in the future. Talk to you later. Bye.